the rest just like Serena play tennis. Ain't sliding on a nigga and you know my windows tinted.
DJ stay trim, and we with a banger. Let me not say back, cause it's my first reaction video, so get ready to get tuned in for some sports. Just get ready to tune in for a lot of content. I ain't even talk about head offs. Maybe we reacting to 4 teenage killers reacting to life sentences, man. That's crazy, man. I finna turn 19 next month, man. It's just crazy, man. Being locked up is not cool, y'all. I've been locked up for 20 days, man. Shit was horrendous, fam. It was horrendous. But yeah, fam, just don't do it, fam. Let's go. Let's get it, fam.
This is Mackenzie Sharilla. She's a 17-year-old who was found guilty of murder for causing a car crash that killed her boyfriend and his friend.
Mackenzie decided death was the ultimate goal that day. This was not reckless driving. This was murder.
Sharilla's boyfriend, Dominic Russo, and his friend, Davian Flanagan, were in the car when she crashed into the side of a commercial building outside of Cleveland, going 100 miles per hour. Both men were pronounced dead at the scene, and Sharilla...
Time out. How the fuck did they go 100 miles per hour into a wall and she ain't died, bruh? It's crazy how the driver always survives, man. That's crazy, man.
Prosecutors argue that the teen had a toxic relationship and Sharilla had made violent threats against her boyfriend.
Threatened his property. She threatened to break into his house.
Correct.
Over a toxic relationship, bro? No way, bro. See, man, hey, fellas, man. I mean, these crazy hoes, leave them alone, fam. Leave the crazy hoes alone, man. This could be you one day, fam. Come on.
Reportedly, she crashed her car on purpose because she wanted to kill her boyfriend, and that his friend was just collateral damage. The prosecutor said the intent was obvious upon seeing that video, that there was only one goal.
You see her driving very calmly and making the right turn, and then all evidence indicates she immediately put the pedal to the metal and drove straight into a building at 100 miles per hour. I think those really demonstrate that this was no accident.
And a few days before the crash, she allegedly took the same route to plot the crime. This is where the judge now...
This whole plot, this shit. This whole said, you know what? Let me practice driving that bit. So when I crash that bit, I'll do that bit perfectly calm. Man, this shit premeditated, man. Throw her behind the bars, man.
Count 1. Finds the defendant, Mackenzie Sharilla, guilty of murder, to wit Dominic Russo.
She now stands up to be placed in handcuffs as she continues to tear up.
Count 2. Finds the defendant, Mackenzie Sharilla, guilty of murder, to wit Davian Flanagan.
Sharilla now has a moment to speak before her sentencing.
Oh God, and Davian, I'm so deeply sorry. I hope one day you can see
Bitch, you ain't sorry. And you got mad for some deep.
I'm just so sorry. I'm heartbroken.
There was no medical condition that caused this as an accident. There was no mechanical failure of the car. A failed suicide.
Imagine being the Warriors, fam. Like, defend this shit, bro. You gotta defend that shit, bro. Like, that shit's crazy.
Attempt is not a defense to
I'll
murder.
get the money.
There's a very good likelihood, Mackenzie, that you will spend the rest of your life in prison.
She did,
She's
y'all.
sentenced on
I'm
count
still
1,
getting paid.
15 years to life. Count 2, 15 years to life, to be served concurrent to each other.
Yes, sir.
The judge just sentenced her to 15 years to life in prison.
Twice.
This is Aiden Fucci, who pled guilty in court for the murder of his classmate when he was only 14 years old.
Oh,
in a cop car.
Yep.
Fucci was classmates with a 13-year-old girl from Patriot Oaks Academy in St. Johns County, Florida. Fucci stabbed her 114 times. Her dead body was later recovered from the woods. After Fucci was arrested.
Damn. You stabbed that hoe she a 13-year-old girl 104 times, fam, at 14. Bro,
He can be seen in the back of the cop car taking Snapchats. Now this video shows Fucci and his parents in the interrogation room.
The Snapchat that you did, his number is
you're all over the internet, Hagor. This is serious.
It's very serious.
This is no
joke. This is your whole life. Your whole life. And hers. And ours.
A video from prosecutors showed Fucci and the girl allegedly
Dumbass
walking
nigga. You
together
cook.
right before
You
she
cook,
was
dumbass
murdered.
nigga.
Then about 90 minutes later, the video shows Fucci allegedly running away from the area where the body was found.
114 stab wounds, 49 defensive wounds, 35 wounds to the head and neck, 29 to the back and shoulder, and 6 fatal wounds.
After Fucci pled guilty to
He's
first-degree
crazy.
murder,
Yeah,
the judge now hands down his sentence.
Having entered a plea of guilty to the crime of first-degree murder, I sentence you to life in prison. Because of your age, you are eligible for review of the sentence in 25 years.
After Fucci was sentenced, he stood still with a little movement. This is Willard Miller and Jeremy Goodale, and at just 16 years old, they are both charged for the murder of their high school Spanish teacher. Reportedly, it was over a bad grade.
We then moved her
Bad
off
grade.
the trail, where I then struck her, and she died as a result.
Miller and Goodale went to Fairfield High School
So yo,
in southeastern Iowa.
So your dumb ass hit the teacher and she died. Like, over a bad grade, cause come on, I hate teachers back in the day. I would finna, feel me? Come on, man.
Nohema
Come on,
Graber
man.
was a Spanish teacher at the school, and Miller was one of her students. After he received a bad grade from Graber, he and his friend Goodale planned to kill her.
We discussed a general plan. I'll stand up here and look out, wait for Miss Graber to show up.
Graber went for her usual walk at Chautauqua City Park. The boys knew that as they stalked her and they waited to ambush her.
Here she comes.
Oh my goodness.
She walked by, hit her in the back of the head, and then I said, "Oh shit," to make sure she's dead. So we hit her a couple more times.
They then dragged her into the woods and
You
beat
hear
her
her
to death
one time
with a
they
baseball
killed her,
bat.
bruh.
What was the plan after that? There wasn't really a plan beyond that. Like hide the body, bury the body, save the body. At that time, we were going to hide the body. I guess in our arrogance, we kind of assumed that nobody would ever find her.
Not long after, both boys were arrested. Court documents allege that the witness who knew Goodale showed law enforcement Snapchat messages that showed Goodale and Miller's involvement in the murder. One of the Snapchat messages saying, "Point of view, you're my Spanish teacher, and this is the last thing you see," followed by "Time to hide a body." Jeremy Goodale would later plead guilty and testify against his best friend Miller.
Snapchat
I
flexing?
understood that he had the intent to kill Mrs. Graber.
What is your plea to murder in the first degree, guilty or not guilty?
Guilty.
This is the moment that Goodale gets to speak before
Boy,
his sentence.
I've had time to think on what to say, and I'm sorry. Truly sorry. Every day I wish I could go back and stop myself. I can't comprehend losing a loved one in such an awful way.
And now the judge hands down his sentence.
The defendants shall be sentenced to life with the possibility of parole after 25 years.
What's up, Bill?
Now for Miller. This
Bruh,
is him
what?
apologizing before he receives his sentence.
I would like to take this opportunity to wholeheartedly accept responsibility for the role that I played in the murder of Nohema Graber.
Man, this nigga not trying to laugh, bro. I could see in his face, bro. This nigga don't give a fuck, bro. This nigga.
Family, I'm sincerely sorry for the distress that I've caused you and the devastation. And I ask that I'm given a chance, and I don't want to be institutionalized. I don't want to be in so long that I forget about what mattered, where I come from, and look
Bro,
forward
shut
to
that
being
shit
good.
up, bro.
Now the judge has some final last words.
The defendant, Willard Noble Chayton Miller, should be sentenced to life with the possibility of parole after 35 years.
Miller
What?
seems to be completely unfazed.
Nigga.
This
You're
is
cooked.
Rachel Schoaf and Sheila Eddy, who are both in
Bubba-
court
bub-
today for the murder of their
Bubba-
friend
Bubba
when they
gum
were
finna
only
have fun with your
16
ass,
years
nigga.
old.
Their scheme was to hide knives on their bodies and to attack Skylar at an agreed-upon moment.
In Star City, West Virginia, Schoaf and Eddy were friends with 16-year-old Skylar Neese. Reportedly, Schoaf and Eddy decided they didn't like Neese anymore, so they planned to kill her.
Sheila Eddy and Rachel Schoaf carried out
What?
that plan. Together they stabbed and killed Skylar.
After Schoaf's confession, both teens were arrested. Schoaf agreed to plead guilty to second-degree murder in exchange for her cooperation in the case.
I'm so sorry. I don't know if there's a proper way to make this apology because there are not even
You're
words to
not
describe the
sorry.
guilt and remorse. but I feel each day.
You said no. I don't like her.
Family and
Let's kill her.
Skylar. I hurt my parents and shamed my family. May God bring eternal peace to Skylar and the entire Neese family.
After securing a plea deal, the judge now gives Shoaf her sentence.
Rachel Shoaf, it is the sentence of the court that you be imprisoned in the West Virginia State Penitentiary for a period of 30 years.
But she will have the possibility of parole.
Bro, what? Bro. She literally said, no, let's kill her. And we got 30 years, bro. She supposed to get life, man. She supposed to get life, man. That bit. I not muted that bit. My fault. That was overly good. Whatever, second.
Mercy
for Eddie.
It is the sentence of the court that you be imprisoned in the West Virginia State Penitentiary for the rest of your natural life.
Ooh.
That sentence is technically with mercy, which makes you eligible for parole after you have served 15 years.
Okay. But let that film. Like I said, get ready for tomorrow. FSU put that belt to booty on them. And yeah, just like subscribe. More videos for can't wait. Like go.
Fools in my mini-me, fools in my soul. Okay, lately I've been feeling big. Might cut off on my hoe. See, babe, you can ride with me if you want. It won't be no crime for me if you don't. Yeah, I tried to tell